All right. All right, we're live, folks. Welcome everybody to the Knuckles Family and Friends podcast. Presented, it's not Knuckles Friends. It's not Knuckles and Friends this time. It's called Nani-A Podcast because obviously the show's going to be about anime, and we're going to have a lot of discussion. We're going to be like, what the fuck? We're going to have a lot of difference of opinions. I already know that for a fact. But this episode right here is going to be an intro episode of like what got us all into anime, and two of the people on here you already seen them before on my show. We have Derek, who's Japanese, like I said, encyclopedia. If you guys don't know, I met Derek at a convention. It was 2018, I believe it was Keystone Comic Con. This motherfucker had the Infinity Gauntlet. And, kinda, he was talking all that shit. He was talking all that. I was cosplaying as Sora, and like I said, the vibe was just there, man. The vibe was there, and we clicked. What's funny, we didn't talk for like we talked on each other's comments, but then eventually I got you on the show, like maybe 2 or 3 years later. Here we are, being on like every one of my shows right now. So, bro, I appreciate it, man. It's just all love right here, and I got now in the right corner in the dark right now. Like I don't know why this motherfucker is like trying to be all secretive and shit right now. I got my man Pat, whom I met freshman year of college. And all we can just say is we were complete idiots back then. We're not even getting into the stories right there. We were just fucking complete idiots right there, though.
I don't even remember them, so
good thing that you don't. Good thing that you remember, because I remember some of them. Yeah, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck? What the fuck was I doing?" Especially that last weekend of the last weekend of shipments. But we're not gonna get into that. But Pat and I, like I said, we have a lot of things in common. Like I said, the main common thing we all have in here is anime. Like that's what it is. Like it's a bunch of anime. But like I said, Pat, it's good to see you again, man. Like I said, it's been 10 years. I literally can't believe it's been 10 years since college, bro. Like it looks like it was yesterday. And here we are. So start from the bottom. Now we're here, and yeah, and now on the top right, new person that's joining our podcast right now. Got my cousin Ralph, who both of our moms have been good friends for many years. And it's 2006, when I went over to his house, I was like, "Yeah, man, I watched Naruto." He's like, "Oh, I watched Naruto too." Like, wait, what? Like Nani? Like he pretty much said everything. Oh, Sasuke becomes evil. Naruto Shippuden. I'm like, wait, what? This is when I was just watching English episodes. I didn't know about the whole Japanese episodes, like being like they were like way ahead of us. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm that behind. Oh, so let me get on this shit right there. So like, I just started. That was when you could watch anime episodes on YouTube. That was like every episode was on YouTube.
You'd watch like 1, 2, 3, 4 of like an episode.
Yeah. YouTube was a godsend, and so now we have like Crunchyroll and all this Hulu membership shit, which I'm like, whatever. But today's episode, though, is pretty much, if you guys see the banner right below us, it's like what got us in the anime. Like I said, that's what our whole show is. That's what today's episode is about. As we go on later on, we're gonna get talking to other shit right now, but like we want to make this podcast episode 1 just a bit easier for us, be like get into it, have a nice conversation before episode probably 3, 4, 5 when we're ready to start fighting each other or whatever like that. So I know I'm the host right now, but does anyone want to go first and explain what got you in anime, or do you want me to go first? Because
I'll go first.
You'll go first. Okay, he can't wait to go first. All right, he can't wait.
All right. So what got me in anime? First, a little backstory. I would watch I guess American cartoons, and there was really no like depth to them. It was just like fighting and BS, no like real story, no like real themes, just to me in general.
Which American shows did you watch?
So let me see.
Because that's what made the problem. What show did you watch?
Cartoon Network.
They weren't really like action shows. It was like Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, like Cow and Chicken, or like freaking Dexter's Laboratory, or BS like that. Yeah,
don't talk bad on that, man. Those are good shows.
Bad, but wanted more out of the story than those could really give. And then came like Toonami. So, you had DBZ, obviously. Yu Yu Hakusho was huge for me, especially on Adult Swim, when it was like uncensored. Like, amazing. All the arcs were like fantastic. Cowboy Bebop, definitely watched that like 50 times. Fully Cooley was really awesome. Um, so a lot of stuff like that. But I definitely like the more like mature shows that weren't as like, kid like. I wanted like a deeper story. So stuff like that. But as far as like getting into it, like I first started off like reading manga. Like my first Shonen Jump, my parents got me for like a surprise at Blockbuster, like way back in the day.
So wait, Blockbusters were showing Shonen Jump comics?
Yes, back in the day. And
I didn't
would
know that.
Sneak out every time we would go, and it'd be like Luffy or like Yusuke on the cover, and I'm like, Mom, I have to have this comic like now.
By the way, folks, we're all 90s babies here, so we all grew up with Blockbusters,
Yes.
and Hollywood Video. But like those were the days. Friday nights, Saturday nights, yo, you know it's about to go down. Like, yo, when that new game came out, I'm gonna rent it right there. When the new movie that came out, I'm gonna rent it. I miss those days. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you right there.
No. But like, yeah, so like they would be wanting to get movies, and I'm like, no, I want like comic books.
I love that shit.
So like, I would get like all the shit. It had Naruto in it. It had One Piece in it. Yu Yu Hakusho. I believe Hikaru no Go was like about Go. That was kind of trippy. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like all that stuff. So, and then what really, really, really deepened it for me was the movie Akira. Like that movie slightly like changed my life. Like seeing like how far animation could go with like a story and like just style. Like even to this day, like, that aesthetic of Akira, like I think it's like pervasive. Like even like I'm a big fan of Kanye West and like his song Stronger, and everyone knows that song, but like that video was based off of Akira, and like watching it as a kid and then seeing him like emulate that style into his video, like, it was a huge thing for me. But like I could only watch this stuff alone because no one even knew anything about it back when I was younger, or they just thought it was like ultra weird. And my mom just called every anime Yu-Gi-Oh. So like we'd be around like friends and family, and she's like, "Oh, you're just watching that Yu-Gi-Oh stuff?" I'm like, "This is not Yu-Gi-Oh." Even though I was very into Yu-Gi-Oh, like I had a very good deck, and I would watch it like every Saturday morning. But like, so yeah. That's basically my origin story there.
Before we go on, we have my man Corey that finally joined us. I mean, he's late, so
Man, you corny!
you corny for showing up late, bro. You corny for showing up late, bro. Like we're on Pacific time on here and shit like that, and you're the white guy. You came late. Like black guys coming in late. You're the white guy. You came in late, bro. Come on.
Blame my job. I had to close.
It's all good, man. That's like I said, everybody. This is my man Corey right here. Corey, I've been on with him for a long time. Friends with his brother. Back in the day, he was the ignorant little brother, but now he grew up now to be, an anime nerd just like us. So he's cooler than his older brother. So I'm gonna just say that right now. He's gonna watch his videos and be, yo, what the fuck? But no, Corey, we just like I said, we're just going around explaining what guys in anime. Ralph just explained his. He was the first one to go. So Ralph liked the story. So Ralph was the first one. And I also want to be the second one. Like I said, I want to give people the floor before I go. Unless you guys want me to go next. Who wants to go next after that? Yeah. You got to follow up on that brilliant story that Ralph just did.
All right. So, I used to live on a cul-de-sac in New Jersey, and right when Toonami started getting popping, like you said, Yu Yu Hakusho, Rurouni Kenshin, DBZ.
Yeah, Rurouni Kenshin. I forgot about.
When every episode was when every day was a new episode. We had to wait every single week.
Yeah.
So me and the whole neighborhood would go gather at this person's house and sit in their living room and watch anime, like 10 of us just chilling. And I got huge into Yu Yu Hakusho. That was the first one for me. Like mainly because the first episode I saw was Hiei whooping some ass. I don't remember which episode it was, but I saw this little short dude, and I was the shortest person in the group. I saw this little short dude just absolutely waxing people, and I'm like, okay, I need to know about this guy. I need to investigate this. So that kind of led me down the rabbit hole, so to speak. And
it's probably the demon tournament.
Yeah.
I did not. I think it was right before the dark tournament.
Probably the three episodes.
I think it was when him and Yusuke
We're
first met.
off for the first, yeah.
Yeah, when they first started with their first
all
fight.
the eyes around them.
Yeah. That fight was fire. But no, that's where it all started, and I mean, it compounded with my second favorite, Rurouni Kenshin, which I personally think it has probably one of the best live adaptations that have come out of anime, because I haven't seen the last one, but the first one was crazy, and I'll forgive the little inconsistencies they had in the story, because it was just well choreographed. It was beautiful, but yeah, for me that's what it was, and obviously I was into Pokemon, and like you said, Yu-Gi-Oh. Pokemon more of the game. The show kind of sucked. Ash was a terrible trainer.
Yeah.
Still corny.
Yeah. So funny. I agree.
Terrible animation now. Oh my god, the animation right now on that shit
it's horrible. Like, what did they
garbage.
do? I miss Chubby Pikachu.
I think
For
that's
real,
a hot take. I think most people really like the new animation style of Pokemon, but I think it
What? Hey, wait, they like to do that. They like to do that.
But you have to understand that the new art style fits the show better, because it's not really about like a serious journey that Ash is taking. It's more about just like a bunch of kids dicking around. So it fits the show better.
Ash is also 30 right now. That's my biggest gripe, is that there's no progression within Pokemon. Like, how many times can he go to a different? Is this all happening within 1 year, or like?
There was a rumor that under the ho-ho with the rainbow or whatever shit like that, apparently he made a wish. There's a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not, but apparently it was a rumor that he made a wish to like stay young forever. That's why the motherfucker is still like 10 years old and like 2021, and like we started this shit in at like in the 90s. And all I gotta say is, parents were terrible sending your 10-year-old kid out there to get to be a Pokemon trainer, which in today's world you're pretty much dead. Like, let's not really. Your kids are not coming back. Like, if a kid actually be like, "I'm the man of the house now. I'm the man." Oh, you want to be a man? All right, go find some Pokemon. You're the man, right? Go find some Pokemon. All right, go.
Nah, go in the tall grass. Go ahead.
Bro, his mom's getting clapped by Professor Oak. We all know it.
Yo, go on this errand for me real quick. But don't use your bike. You can't use your bike.
Go find some more Pokemon for me.
Yeah. No, but my bad for interrupt you, Pat. Go ahead. My bad.
Nah, I was just about finished. I mean, I really more got into it in my teenage years because, like, I'm a horror fan, and I found what was it, Blood Plus?
Oh my god!
Ooh.
And
yeah,
my mind was blown. I was like, I gotta find more of this. Vampires, zombies, werewolves, give me all of it.
Hellsing?
Hellsing? Oh yeah. Yeah.
Hellsing Ultimate, the OVA is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
We can top Blood Plus.
Yeah.
That's just classic for me. That's just classic for me.
Yeah, so we're going with the intros right now. These are our origin stories. These are all origin stories. All right, so I think we'll let Derek go last because he's gonna be going off right there. But I'll start with me. I don't know how young I was. I was definitely probably had to be 5 years old. What got me in anime were my brothers and my older brother, and my older sister, Bula and Precious. So if y'all listen to this, shout out to y'all. This was the short shows I watched were Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon, but this wasn't on Toonami. This was on like WB when it was on at like 7 a.m., 7:30 a.m. Like before I go to school, that would be like, yo, that's the shit that I gotta watch before I go to school. And like it'll be so annoying when I would miss it waking up. I'm like, shit, I missed it. So then, as you guys said, Toonami later had Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon. Like I said, every day was a new episode. So like again, Dragon Ball Z will be my favorite anime forever because that's what got me into this shit. That's why I'm like, yo, this action that's going on right now, like Dead Zone, that movie was fire. Tree of Might, that shit was fire. The World Stronger, that shit was fire. Like that shit was just the fight, and I saw that. Yo, and this is English dub, and Dragon Ball Z is one of the best English dubs out there. Now, granted, Goku's voice actor was different at the early ages of Dragon Ball Z. I forgot the dude's name, but it wasn't the one that we know now. So different voice actor, a whole bunch of different voice actors in the first part of Dragon Ball Z. But it was awesome. As we all probably knew on the same thing, we didn't know this was Japanese. It was like I thought it was like American shit, right? I'm like, oh my god, it's American. And if you didn't know that, well, granted, like no, if you knew it was Japanese, shout out to y'all. But like I didn't know. I'm like, okay, seeing all this action and fight right here, I love it. And then Sailor Moon, I mean, shit. I mean, I didn't like girls at the time. Like, I didn't grew to like girls, but like that girl right there, I'm like, yo, like this girl right here, yo, she fine. Sailor Mars, that badass. Woo! Yo, she whooped every dude's ass right there. Like the girls, like Moon Crescent Power, the transformation. I'm like, is like some Power Ranger shit right now? I love this shit going on right there. So, say like Dragon Ball Z or Sailor Moon, but then for me, Yu Yu Hakusho, when it came on Adult Swim, I'm thinking like, oh, this is anime. It's gonna be good for kids. This is on Adult Swim. Yeah. I'm like, oh wait, they curse? Yeah. Like the thing with Yu Yu Hakusho was like, it introduced cursing and blood. I'm like, whoa, like, what am I watching right now? This is not the anime that I knew and loved. This is just for kids. This is not for kids right now. It's for like grown adults. And I wasn't reading the whole. This is for blah 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 blah. I was just like, let me just watch the show. So, like I said, Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon did it for me, and on top of that, Yu Yu Hakusho just add the adult theme in the anime because it was on Adult Swim first before it came on Cartoon Network, and I was like, God dang, I always miss it every time because I couldn't stay up that late. But shout out to Tanami for putting on Cartoon Network. I thought like, yo, is this a dream right now? I thought it would never happen. So. Like I said, that was when we had every day there was a new episode. So shout out to Tanami because Tanami was like kids don't know. Yeah, Tanami's out tonight is out right now, but like back in the day, every day was a new episode. Like I didn't want to wait every freaking week. Like it was just it was lit right there, man. Like what's up?
Streaming killed all that. You don't got those Saturday night cartoons anymore. You can just pop on Hulu or some shit.
Down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. It's like I said, it was.
There's no more hype to it.
There really was no more hype. So yeah, because I can get into going on, but Corey. Now I know you're different. Your style anime is different from all of us right here. So yeah. So y'all gonna be like, wait, what? But like I said, we all it's all anime shit right here. So Corey, man, speak. What got you into anime? Because I know you guys are gonna be like, wait, what?
Okay, so like. I imagine a lot of people. I originally got. Hold on. I had to take my dog out real quick. I'm sorry. She's like freaking out right now.
Oh, good.
I'm so sorry. Come on.
Yeah. That's why I'm gonna wait. That's why I'm not getting a dog right now. Shit, I'm gonna wait later on for that. What'd you just say?
I ain't never getting a damn dog. They want too much attention.
Yo, I don't know if you saw the comedy special with Eddie Griffin. He was like, "Nah, I don't want no dog." I was gonna be like, "I love you, master." Let me like, "Yes, master." And Cat be like, "Yeah, you tell me what to do. I'm gonna fuck your shit up."
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so like a lot of people, I got into anime when I was really young from my siblings and from Toonami and all that kind of stuff. We watched. My sister was really big into Dragon Ball Z and Yu Yu Hakusho. Jesse was fairly big into Dragon Ball Z as well.
Oh, by the way, not to cut you off. Dragon Ball Z had a lit intro song. Let's not forget about that. Before Tanami cut off the intro songs, and yeah, but that intro song was dope. Just want to say that.
Yeah, so I just kind of like watched whatever they watched and was like, oh, this is cool. I didn't like properly watch an anime on my own time until I was introduced to Bobobo Bobobo.
Great show.
It is a very, very awesome show.
Underrated.
I remember I had a friend sleeping over one night, and he was like, because I saw the commercials for Bobobo, and I was like, wow, this show looks so stupid. I don't ever want to watch this show. And my friend came over and was staying over, and he was like, yo, wait, Bobobo is on tonight. We got to watch it. I was like, you watched that dumb show? And he was like, yo, trust me, you got to check this out. And I watched it, and it was like a mind-blowing experience. That was my favorite show for a very long time. I also watched a lot of Naruto as well, but that was also another show that I just kind of watched because my siblings were into it. Jesse was super into it, so I watched it with him. The first show that I really got into where I was like aware, I was always aware that anime was a little different, but like the first show that I watched that wasn't already on Cartoon Network or Toonami or whatever was actually Spice and Wolf. And I'm about to embarrass myself super hard, okay? So I was a very horny kid in middle school, okay? I was super horny. So the way I found this show is because I went on Google and I searched sexy anime girl, okay? And I was just like looking at all the pictures on there. And then I come across a picture of Holo. And this is like, so I partially blame RL for this. I really like Felicia, and I think I was introduced to Felicia a little too early. And so I saw Holo, who wasn't a cat girl, but she was a wolf girl. She had wolf ears and wolf tail. And in the picture, she was naked, and I was like, whoa, there are other characters like Felicia? So I checked this show out, and then in episode 2, sure enough, Holo's naked, and I was like, whoa, you can do that in a show? But then the more I watched it, the more I was like, wait, this show isn't just about naked girl who has wolf ears and wolf tail. This show is actually like really good. And so if I describe the show to anyone who doesn't know what it is, you're going to think it's the most boring show in the world because it's about economics. But despite the fact that I didn't understand like the economic circumstances of the show has a really good way of getting you emotionally invested in the characters without needing to understand the exact economic circumstances of what's going on. And so like even as a kid, like I could like really resonate with the emotional story of two characters like bonding together that the show was trying to tell. And funnily enough, that show to this day is my second favorite show of all time, just behind ReZero. It wasn't just a show that I watched as a kid and then moved on. It like still sticks with me how powerful that show is.
So all I got from that was I was a bad influence on you.
Yeah, probably. Well, in fairness though, Jesse also didn't help with that. But that was I blame you because you showed Jesse Marvel vs. Capcom 2, right?
Yep, I did. I show greatness. I'm the reason why you guys are great. I'm greatness in your family right there. Like
clearly, the backbone of the Barrett's family.
Seriously, but that part I did not know about that. Like, holy shit! But god dang, like, I mean, I think we're all horny kids in middle school, though. Like,
oh yeah,
I'm just a little bit shocked about that. I think I was that bad of a person, honestly. My god. But so like, do y'all think that Kay? By the way, Kay is gonna get on here pretty soon, but he should be on here pretty soon. But like, I know I said we're still like talking about what got into anime, but do y'all think that people that should watch anime now should at least watch like the original ones, like the OGs? Oh, my bad. Dang, I almost forgot about you. My bad. Dang, I'm sorry. God dang, yeah. Derek, I apologize. I'm sorry about that, bro.
Just an interlude before he went, but yeah.
Oh my god, bro. My god. But the floor is yours, Dick. I am completely sorry about that. Shit.
You could ask the question still.
Yeah.
Okay. Like you said a little bit long when Kay gets here, but like I said, you're up, so you can talk about what you know, what got you in anime, because I already know it's gonna be a fucking good ass story right here.
It's about to be like a Naruto backflash, man. Where's the theme music at, bro? My life, it's sad how much my life revolved around anime growing up, and then I only grew up to realize that I was born to be the pervy sensei. Like, quite honestly, if you wanted to rank all of the perverted sensei shit in there, oh god, don't let me get old. It's over, man. Master Roshi, Jiraiya Sensei, fuck, our new goat right now, Gojo, like all of them. Like, I'm right there with him. But
oh Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Like your boy said, when growing up, cartoons didn't have any consequence. Like every episode, it was like, oh, they learned their lesson. Next episode, they didn't learn shit. It was like, where's the consequence? Where's the growth? Where's the progress? Eventually, a family member of mine put me onto sci-fi. And on sci-fi, now I saw Dragon Ball, I saw Pokemon, I saw Sailor Moon, I saw Card Captures, I saw all that stuff already.
Speed Racer.
Yeah.
I can't talk about Speed Racer. I saw that way before. I saw that before anything. Gigantor, we can go back. The White Lion, I saw that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty proficient in Japanese. Hell, I didn't even introduce myself in the first place. Ohio gozaimasu, watashi deru godaiso, yorosou onegaishimasu. Like, don't play
Bars.
with me. I will bag a girl real quick. But the anime that did it for me growing up, that really hit, yes, was Dragon Ball. Because when I first saw it, it was like, oh shit, the main character just died. What the fuck? Like, me and my brother was sitting there looking at each other like, did they just kill the main? How the fuck are they gonna bring him back? So then it started to get deep, and it was like, oh, the Saiyans are on their way to Earth, and like they're OP. And then you really got to see how broken these dudes really were, and it was like, how the fuck are they gonna beat them? And then Goku beat them. But then you saw Frieza, and it was like, what the? Like, nah, man, come on, bro. Yo, and still to this day, they're breaking that barrier. But I digress. The anime that really did it for me was a mech anime called Gurren Lagann.
Oh my!
Ooh, wait, hold up. Keep going.
Man,
Incredible. Honestly.
Kamina is my hero.
Yeah.
Kamina made me. I ain't even gonna sit here in front right now.
Yeah. I agree.
I just want to show this. Probably can see that. Yeah. Just want to show this.
Studio Trigger, what they did with that show was so groundbreaking in terms of animation, story, progression, just like human emotion. It's honestly top tier for me. I mean,
that shit made me cry so hard as a kid. And I was sitting there like, it was the moment when Simone and them were fighting the anti-spiral, and they all were forced into backflashes, or they were all basically essentially in their mind given what they wanted. And Simone had to actually realize that that wasn't Kamina. And then the real Kamina showed up. And, you know, he said what he always says, who the hell do you think I am? He was like, that's my fucking man, bro. But then Simone, when he was seeing him as a child. Then Simone grew up again, and Kamina was looking at him, and he was like, "Hey, when did you get taller than me, bro? I shed so many freaking tears. I shed so many, but nothing made me cry harder than when the third Hokage died in Naruto. Nothing made me fall harder than when my brother walked in on me watching that episode. I am bawling. My brother's like, "What's wrong with you?"
Oh, Toby just died.
Never let me live that shit down because that old man fought the hardest fight of his life against his predecessors. And he still won. And before he died, he didn't see an angry man yelling at him. He saw his student.
Damn.
I was like, oh my God, bro. But once again, I digress even further. The animes that really fucked me up, I'm gonna be real clear right now because I put it down on the list. I got the harem, I got the mainstream, and I got the new big boys. The dark animes that fucked me up as a kid because I was a kid when I found this shit. Elf and Lie.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
That ruined me. But go ahead.
I found that shit on demand one day, and I was just like, what the fuck? Like, yo, they are killing everybody with no remorse. Like, it wasn't even an issue. Golden Boy, that was the first really perverted.
That anime fucking confused the fuck out of me. But before you go, Kay, the Puerto Rican queen, is here right here. She's late, but it's all up. Can you hear us?
It's fine. I can hear you. It's fine.
All right. No, we were just still explaining what guys in the anime, but Derek was going on about Golden Boy, which that anime was. I don't want
a lot about women. But Mob Psycho, Fooly Cooley, Lupin the Third, Blood Plus, Blood C, Hellsing, and Gundam. Not just any Gundam, but Gundam Seed and Gundam Seed. Those two, I want to make those movies. Those could be made good live action movies.
Don't let Hollywood touch that. Do not let Hollywood touch that. No. Don't let Hollywood touch that. Please don't.
Give it to me, and I'll fuck the game up.
Y'all weren't here before, but if Derek makes an anime, he's gonna be like this. He's gonna be like this.
If you think I'm here to play around with y'all, God damn it, I'm not.
All right, Mr. O'Neill.
That's gonna be Derek right there when he's looking at this anime. That's gonna be him right there.
Yeah, Sony snapping. But the harem anime that fucked me up as a kid, Tenchi Muya.
Yes, dude. Oh my God.
That one was just the first big harem anime to me that I was like, damn, a bunch of chicks can like you at once.
Yeah.
And I didn't get as a kid when girls were dicks to you that they liked you, but essentially I was a dick back, so it didn't do me very well. But as for the mainstream anime that I love, and I know a lot of you love, that a lot of us grew up on, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, One Piece, Full Metal Alchemist.
But which one? Regular or Brotherhood?
Brotherhood. What the fuck?
Regular. Yeah. That's
okay, so I just want to make sure.
Rurouni Kenshin. I have other movies. The anime movies.
Okay.
And as of for right now, it just makes me proud as an anime fan to see that there are other animes taking after all these great ones, like My Hero Academia. That's my shit right now. Like, it's really my shit right now. I am on that manga's ass.
You think so?
As soon as it drops, I'm right there. Like, man, it's just so much deeper for me because that's when I started learning Japanese. Because I was like, I ain't got time to be reading all these subtitles. I didn't. I learned Japanese if I could. Quick. I scare Asian people when I walk into Japanese restaurants. They be looking at me like, hey, don't say shit. And they not ready. I be looking right at them.
You ready to start some shit?
But always, because they're not very passive aggressive. Japanese, they're very withheld about their shit. So they're like, I don't want no trouble. Ignorant. Fuck that. But like it's always been heavy for me because growing up, I was a dweeb, yo. Like I was a fat little nerd, and to get there out of nowhere, drop all that weight, have more facial hair than any of my siblings, and be taller than all of them too. This is my Naruto moment. Like I'm trying to be Hokage right now. Like
I mean, we were all nerds. We were all nerds like at the time, but we were afraid to say that. Hey, we like anime because if you say you like anime, you're getting made fun of. Like that's the shit right there. You're getting made fun of.
If people even knew what it was,
yeah,
that was
and
rare.
that's the part. Because when I showed my cousin an episode of Naruto, my cousin Paul is the biggest gangster I know. This man is North Philly to the death of him. But I showed him the episode of when Rock Lee took those weights off and dropped them. Listen here, my cousin was on his little the chirp phone. As soon as those weights hit the ground, he hung up on whoever he was talking to. He was an anime fan that day. Proud moment right there. Like that's a smile on his face.
Everything.
I'm gonna let your girl go and stop talking so goddamn much.
All right. Last but not least, we got the queen right here. And by the way, so I don't know. So just like Pat, I met Kay in college, but we knew each other, but we didn't really hang out with each other. We knew the same people. It's probably like after college. You were like, "Oh, I play games." I'm like, "Wait, what the fuck? You like all this shit?" And we didn't interact at college right there. So like, how the hell does that happen? So fast forward, like, oh shit, we're anime buddies, we're friends now. So it's like, yo, I wish like we all like knew that we like anime at the time. Wish we hung out back at the time, but you were at different parties, I was at different parties. So fast forward, here we are today now. So, Kay, the floor is yours. Just explain to us what got you into anime, and your favorite anime shows. Gotta give us an origin story. We all give our origin story.
My origin story.
Yeah.
Well, I was those people that watched anime but didn't know it was anime. Because, I was in the hood in New Jersey. And then when I came to PA, my mom still had me in the hood. So nobody.
Where hood in New Jersey? What hood in New Jersey?
Yeah, I'm originally from Jersey. So I'm a Jersey girl, Chatham, Pennsylvania. That's what I like to say. But, yeah, I would say the main animes that I watched was Pokemon, Sailor Moon, and Inuyasha. So those were like the biggest ones, but then like later on, Hunter x Hunter, Soul Eater. The ones I like, I don't even know if they're older, but they're new. I like Claymore. So a lot of people don't know about Claymore, but that Claymore is fire.
I read that whole manga. It's awesome. Yeah.
Yes, I love Claymore, and Freezing. I try to watch a lot of leads. So I try to watch as much as I can without them being, those losing females all the time. I like Kami got killed, Kill la Kill. Yeah.
Then start reading the Jujutsu Kaisen manga. It's a character named.
I just finished watching season 1 today.
I know. I have to watch it. I didn't even start that because I already knew what it was going to be about. And I could watch.
She tearing them
what's
up.
my record? I could probably watch 46 episodes in a day. Like when I I know it's crazy.
Nani? お前はもう死んでいる。
I thought I could watch a lot of episodes in one day, but 40.
I could watch like when I sit down from morning and I stay. So that's why I have a binging problem. So like I finish like seasons overnight type thing. So I like to wait on a lot. And plus, I know everyone is like, "Oh, sub versus dub." I personally like dub. When I get too much into anime, I watch sub. For example, My Hero Academia, right here, right on my shirt. I was watching that all dubbed, and then it stopped being dubbed. And I was like, I gotta know what happens, and then I just started watching it straight sub. So, yes, and the voices are great. I cannot watch DBZ in sub. I mean, yeah, that voice.
I can't. I no disrespect to Goku's voice. I know she's a legend, but I
Yes.
can't.
Cannot.
Unbearable.
Like I have Jump Force, and even that little bit of voice is just like,
Like not to cut you off, okay, but the only like animes I can only watch is like Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho, Cowboy Bebop. Those are like one of the few animes I can only watch in dub. Like no disrespect to the Japanese voice actors, but like the dub just sounds so much better. Like Yusuke in Japanese, I just can't imagine hearing that. I can't.
Factor in English over Japanese, Death Note.
Yes.
Light Yagami.
Yeah. That voice actor is incredible, honestly.
That laugh.
that's how exactly how it is.
He snapped.
I have I have the same thing. So I like to watch dub just because like I like watching and enjoying. So like I want to know exactly what they're saying while all the fighting is going on. But like my top anime is Fairy Tail. I love Fairy Tail with all my heart. All of them. I don't care. I have no tattoos, but I will get the guild on my body.
Yo, speaking of tattoo, explain to how your fiance proposed to you, because y'all gotta hear this shit. Y'all gotta hear this shit right here. Shit's dope.
So, first off, he proposed to me in my kitchen, so that's not dope. But he ended up going to Hot Topic, telling them that they were gonna propose, and he got all this My Hero Academia gear, like coming from my wallet, the blanket, like 5 shirts, like all of this stuff. So he proposed to me and all of this My Hero Academia gear. So I had to say I do. I was like, yes, I do, Deku. I mean, I do.
Not married?
It was real. So yeah, that's how he proposed with that. And till this day, it's just I still have the stuff, my wallet, all of that, everything. I have all the little action figures, all that stuff. But if Fairy Tail had just about as much, hype and gear, I would have all of that too. Because if people were to look at me, they will automatically assume My Hero Academia is number 1. But that's actually tied for my second because I love Hunter x Hunter. I can't pick which one I like more.
Hunter is great.
Yeah, so that's how that works. But I also love Black Clover. Mm-hmm. Black Clover, like I will die by Asta. And Yami is everything.
For Yami.
Yami is everything. I do watch One Piece. I do not watch that in subbed. I was way too deep in. I watched like 500 episodes in English, and the next thing you know, it got subbed. I was like, no.
Yeah, I'm not gonna front, man. That's the one dub I cannot watch. That One Piece dub is.
I can't do it.
It's
shit.
The Frankie's voice has me crying. I can't read because I'm laughing too hard. It doesn't work.
17 chapters.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. I was too deep in, so I couldn't do that.
Did you watch the fillers too?
I binge. Didn't I just tell you? That's how I know I can watch that many episodes in one sitting.
I was saying to my friend that like I watched the original Naruto episodes after Sasuke Rechirak, and I look back, I'm like, why the fuck did I watch all those episodes? I watched 100 filler episodes. I'm like, why did I do that to myself?
But even look at Boruto now. Boruto now started off with.
Oh my god, Boruto's so much better now.
I honestly really like Boruto as a manga because like I don't know, like once Masashi took over the writing, I feel like it got so much better. Like the story, like even the chapter that just came out yesterday, like it's fantastic. I'm not crazy about the artwork, which is like normally like my focus, but the story is just so damn good. Like all of the like the Momoshiki stuff and Jigen, like it's great. I love it.
I like Baruto. I wasn't watching in the beginning, and I didn't fully watch. I watched the time skip, of course.
Yeah.
But when people talk about fillers, I tell people all the time, like, do you remember watching Naruto? Has anyone watched it straight through as they got older? All 3 seasons were fillers. Like, everybody talks about how hype Naruto is, but about 3 seasons were fillers.
Really?
And everyone forgets about that.
You could
And I watched every single one. I loved it. I think the fillers have meaningful character development sometimes, those little side stories and how he feels sometimes.
But
I
but
go with
the damn
that.
filler episodes are the reason why when Bleach got canceled. Now it's got back on because
I was
because
about
of
to say,
freaking
no
manga.
one mentioned Bleach, not even me, but Bleach had a huge effect on me because, I mean, I primarily, like, I started watching it during when he went to the Sarate, like, to rescue Rukia. Because I read it mainly. And, like, the art in Taikubo was just so fucking good. That's what kept me into Bleach. It was the artwork. And like I loved Ichigo, even though he was like a broken main character, like nothing ever phased him.
And that fight against him and Aizen was just so
I mean, it was
anticlimactic.
fantastic. That double panel when he had the long black hair and the face mask, and he just did that fucking like 2-page split, and Aizen just like, I mean, that was incredible to me. Like,
I hate
Nah.
Aizen.
when
I
he
hate him.
when he fought Byakuya, he finally woke up his Bankai.
yes,
That was monumental.
yes. When they explain how he condenses spiritual energy, and like I was like, dude, this is genius. This is fucking
Okay, but be real with y'all. Be real with me, guys.
Yeah.
Did any of y'all knew what Aizen's plan was? Because I really was confused what the fuck his plan was. I'm just like,
I know.
bro, like, wait, what are you talking about right now? Like,
But that's the thing about Bleach is why I like the artwork because the story was so convoluted at times.
Yeah.
It's like each week I would see someone really badass like show their Bankai, and then I'm like, but what significance does this have? Besides like looking really fucking awesome. And like it didn't really deliver on that part. I mean, 686 chapters. It just like I don't know.
but a
Even
lot of
the
people
last
held their
arc-
own though too.
Yeah,
But nobody knew that later on you would end up discovering that Ichigo's mom was a Quincy, or
exactly.
that his mother was a substitute Soul Reaper as well. So
Yeah, I never saw that coming, and those were great plot twists.
he was already
Fantastic.
going for it. He was
Yeah.
already going for it.
Exactly. Yeah.
The anime with my favorite artwork, I would have to say, is probably Fire Force. I just think
That
it's
animation's awesome.
so
The fight
fire.
scenes are fantastic.
Like
I mean-
when they show when they start like showing the evil and then the
Yeah.
sound effects along with
Yeah.
their long eyes, like it is
Cinder is a fucking beast. Okay?
crazy.
Like when that fire starts coming from his feet and you see like the waves of the flames, like that animation team really went in. Like reading it now, like the story is all over the place. Obviously, it's the same guy that did Soul Eater, but like I feel like they're kind of connected in some way. Like I wish they would do a canon Soul Eater anime because that story is incredible. I forget the ninja kid's name. Black Star. Black Star is one of my favorite characters in all of anime and manga. Like, I mean,
Oh shit! Not just the show, just the
progression of that
character.
kid- yeah, the progression of that kid is just so incredible. For him to be like this wannabe Naruto kid as a ninja, and then he just like becomes literally like top tier god form, just like
But he got-
destroying the Kishin. Like, I mean, they
But he
killed it.
by Mifune twice.
Yes, he did. But Mifune is also a fucking beast in
Yo,
his
he
own
was
right.
beast off the jump, like
Oh, bruh.
the jump.
When he flips that sword, that shit's going all over the place.
All the swords in the air and they fell.
Yeah.
Black
It's
Star.
incredible.
I said you a gangster.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Right there, like.
Well,
Yeah.
so wait. Wait, so since we're on the topic of like art style, like how do you guys think like anime has evolved from like I never say what guys in anime, but we already talked about that. But like how impressed are you guys from like anime from like from the 80s changing the art style right now? Like what do you like about the progression of how the art style is today? And Corey, you've been a little bit quiet because I know we've been talking about animes you haven't really got into. So like, I want to give you a little bit of the floor now because like I said you've been quiet right there. I know we're not into the animes that you are into and shit like that, but I'll get everyone like an equal time to like talk on this.
It's not just that. I'm also trying not to make enemies immediately.
That will be the next couple episodes right there because I already know we're gonna disagree on a lot of shit. If I had to go to somebody's house and I
get in a lot of arguments. It's okay. I tell people all the time I do not like Attack on Titan. I figured out the whole story.
お前はもう死んでいる。何?
I just want to play that. Derek's face right now.
Yo, I appreciate the art style. I could appreciate for what it is, but I predicted every single thing that happened in that anime.
So you knew that it was people. So you knew that it was still people alive.
Yep.
Sending Titans to.
I knew it all. I knew the Titan was in the wall. I knew it all.
I guess Kay started it then. She started it. She started. All right, Corey, if you want to go on it and hop onto that shit, go ahead.
I can at least add the fact that I watched the first 2 episodes of Attack on Titan. I was like, this show is fucking stupid. And my buddy who was obsessed with it was like, no, you had to keep watching it. It gets better. It gets better. And I was like, okay. And so I watched episode 5. And I was like, dude, the show fucking sucks. And he was like, yeah, okay.
But what about
Rob? Who's in the background? Someone's only trying to join in.
That was one of my buddies. He just
okay.
So you're good.
Yeah. On that note, I'm gonna head out before y'all get started.
I gotta head out soon, but I will say, as far as Attack on Titan, like I first saw it on Netflix. I watched the whole thing through, and then I'm like, there's no way I'm waiting for season 2, which to this day, they still don't fucking have season 2. It's absolutely asinine. But I've been reading it ever since.
It's over.
I gotta say, it's one of my favorite mangas ever. Like, ever.
Ever.
It's
Have a good night.
Take it easy, Pat.
Yeah, so on the topic of the changing art style in anime from the 80s to now, in all honesty, I think old anime has a crust to it that like is a product of its time, but I think it's good that we've come past it. Like I can watch like something like Cowboy Bebop or like Lupin the Third or something like that and appreciate it for what it is, but I'm really happy with the direction that anime art style has gone into. Especially you'll soon come to know that a lot of the shows that I watch are like more slice of life stuff, but take for instance Kyoto Animation. Kyoto Animation I think does the best animation of any anime production company, and the way that their shows.
I don't mean to interrupt, but like name some shows. I'm trying to think.
Kyoto Animation has done for older stuff would be like Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya and Lucky Star, and their newer stuff would be like Kobayashi's. Yeah, Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Why am I blanking? Hold on.
I saw a fight scene on YouTube from Kobayashi's Dragon. There's a lot of hype around that show.
Dude.
I saw one of the fight scenes and I'm like, this artwork is fucking crazy. I mean, like beautiful stuff that those guys are putting out. Whoever's putting that out. And I didn't know what that show was about. I thought it was slice of life stuff. It's like, a lady rescues a dragon and blah, blah, blah. And it's been on Crunchyroll forever and I haven't really got into it. But I saw one of the scenes and I'm like, I might have to watch it. Like,
no, if you're looking for a show with cool fight scenes, don't watch Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. That one fight scene that you saw was like the only fight scene in the entire show.
Which is probably why they promoted it so much.
Yeah. So the joke of that scene is that for the most part, it's a slice of life show about dragons who are like thousands of year old, but they can like turn into anime girls. And so they teleport to a field because they want to like just kind of like play wrestle. And then the dragons play wrestle is them doing like a full on Dragon Ball Z fight scene. That's the joke of it. But some of the shows that I think really exemplify what makes Kyoto Animation so good would be like Violet Evergarden, Kyokai no Kanata, sorry, or Beyond the Boundary, which is the English name for it. Hyoka, Love Chunibyo and Other Delusions, and then my favorite example of all of that would be the movie A Silent Voice or Koi no Katachi. I think that is.
Have any of you ever seen School Rumble? Now that's a good slice of life anime.
It is.
And that identified with me on so many levels.
Slice of life isn't like really my forte. I just grew up on like shonen battle manga, so like I just kind of like gravitate towards that. But I will say stuff like ReZero has like completely, that show changed my perspective on what that and
Corey's interested now.
So Steins Gate. ReZero and Steins Gate changed my perspective on what anime could be as a medium for storytelling. And I'm so happy that I gave those shows like the time of day. Like ReZero is just so fucking genius. Like the emotion that they convey in Subaru when he just fucking fails over and over. Like I see myself like if I was in that position and like I'm trying to save people I care about and love and I just die over and like he's literally on the cusp of a mental breakdown so many times. Like that reality to me, I'm like no like live action or anything can like emulate what that show is. And same with Steins Gate, like, you know, for him to go back in time like over and over and over, everything, it reminds me of like an anime Butterfly Effect. Like I love the movie Butterfly Effect with Ashton Kutcher, and like that kind of reminds me of it. And he just keeps trying to prevent the same ending, and it's like you can't beat time. And I love that aspect of it. I think it's really awesome.
ReZero is my absolute favorite anime of all time. Steins Gate is my fourth favorite anime of all time.
Okay.
Those show like ReZero is just I can't even like begin to describe how important of a show that show is for my life as a whole. Because when I saw that show, it was like the perfect time for me to see it, where I was like finally mentally mature enough to like understand the deeper themes of the show. And also I was dealing with really bad depression at the time, and like Subaru's story just hit me so hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tell you, man, anime can impact a lot of people, man. Like, not to cut you guys off, but like for me,
say that
because like for me, Naruto is the character is the first. I wouldn't say probably first anime or whatever, is a character that I really like. How he was made fun of, no one liked him. He was all alone and shit like that. Like that character got to me. He wanted to prove people wrong. Like that shit got to me. Like notice to American shows, but like we learn so much from anime from fictional characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like we learn a lot of shit. It's like, how are y'all not real and yet we learn shit from y'all? Like you better than life itself right there. Like I don't see shit. I mean, more impact than me than my parents do sometimes. I mean, shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what did it for me? When I started watching My Hero, like coming out of school, I was like, damn, Bakugo makes me regret not going harder when I was in high school. Because when I tell you all my life, I've been told that I was a prodigy and that I was good at this and I was good at that. I'm good at a lot of stuff, but I never really tried hard enough. Like
that's how I feel about Hakio. I was a volleyball player for like 5 years. Hakio is probably also one of my tops. I love Hakio. And it's the same thing. If I would have seen that, if I was in middle school, I would be a freaking star right now.
Because Bakugo really, Bakugo really got to me when he started going to UA and he just got done making fun of Midoriya. And then he sees Midoriya out of nowhere with all this power. Like, bro, I grew up with you my entire life. Where the fuck did that come from? The first time I saw my hero was when him and Deku had that second fight in that staged city. And
Oh
Bakugo,
man, that
why?
was awesome.
Why was it you? Like, I'm sitting there, like, why is he so angry? And when I finally started to watch it, I was like, oh my God, like, yeah.
But you know what the best thing about Bakugo is that like, despite him not having one for all, his power, the way he utilizes it, is just it's so clean that like, even if you look at the popularity polls, he's number one. Like he's above Deku because the way he utilizes his power, his personality, his character is just it's so awesome that he doesn't need that OP shit to be like him. That's what I love about that character.
You read the manga?
Yes, I read the manga, yes.
Well, yeah, because when he almost died fighting Shigaraki and them,
Yes.
Can we like try to avoid spoilers for some shit like that? Like, god damn, I know I'm behind, but god damn, y'all motherfuckers suck right now. Holy shit.
all I'm gonna say is he broke a major barrier, and when he blew by them so fucking fast, even near death, that it was like, yo, bro, take it easy.
Yeah, exactly.
But have you seen Two Heroes?
Yes, I have, and that that right there. I don't want to get up on a
No, I have not. I'm behind. Like I go behind on purpose, so I don't have to be freaking waiting for shit.
That is the best anime movie, animation-wise, I've probably ever seen, ever. Like ever. Like it is so ridiculous.
They're both talking at the same time. They can't talk.
Like, yeah, Deku and Baku.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I bought that movie for $20 on PlayStation Store.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it, and my wife comes home and she's like, "What the fuck are you watching? That Chinese stuff?" I'm like, first of all, watch your mouth, okay? This is Chinese. Second of all,
Let her know.
Spoiler alert, Deki just gave Bakugo all or one for all, and they're fighting. What was the guy's name?
I told y'all not to spoil some shit for me, yeah, y'all still do it.
Anyways, spoiler alert. But
you're not on the next episode. Fuck you.
He just did something so ridiculous, and like just every scene of that. I mean,
when you see what him and Bakugo are doing, you
exactly.
won't get spoiled.
Yeah.
I tell you, it is all just a work of art, bro. I was in that theater in tears because not only was the music perfect, but it was just the entire moment, like the color, the movement, the way Bakugo was utilizing this power. Because remember, One for All is an amplifier. On top of Bakugo's explosions,
dude.
He was nuclear.
You know, it reminds me of One Piece right now because the Wano Kuni arc is by far my favorite One Piece arc. Like, Kazuki Oden should have been what Luffy is. Like, if Kazuki Oden was the main character of One Piece, like, I already love One Piece, but, like, that character embodies Ichiro Oda's, like, you know, just all around that, like, to me, that's like one of the coolest characters ever in anything. And like him, like whatever that studio Tohei is doing, they need to keep doing. Like every episode is a treat. Like they all have different like legendary directors directing the episodes. Every single episode of the Wano Kuni arc is like amazing. And that reminded me of that movie. Like the animation, these 30-minute or 23-minute episodes are like equal to movie episodes. It's like how I felt about, I don't know if you guys know, like Studio Bones back in the day. To me, that was like the studio. Yeah, Bones back in the day, like was the best thing ever. And like, ironically, they're doing My Hero Academia, and they really haven't stepped their game up until this season. Like the classroom arc, class A and B, like finally they're showcasing what they're capable of 5 seasons in, like, which is crazy to me. But
Ida went hard.
dude, I feel like we're like taking over, but like that scene with Ida where he's running and just like, I don't know, that character to me has never been cool until that episode.
He's
When
the
that
Rock
episode
Lee.
aired,
He's the Rock Lee of the show.
yes, he is. Yeah, he's
But
done hard work. Nothing came to him, but he's gonna work for it and he's gonna make it happen. And
you know what studio is going hard right now? Mappa with Kaizen, and they're about to do Chainsaw Man.
Okay, so has anyone
get ready?
Chainsaw Man.
I've been hearing about Chainsaw Man. I've been seeing.
I heard about it.
I've seen the advertisements and everything.
Guys,
I think it outsold.
Please read it.
All the other anime mangas.
Oh, we got. By the way, guys, we got a like. We got a like on Facebook. We got 1 like. Fuck yeah, we made it, guys. We made it. We freaking made it. My first ever like on my stream. I love it.
My friend. I'm done.
Chainsaw Man is also up there with one of my favorite manga ever.
Dang it! I like how y'all say like y'all are saying like today's anime. Don't put like any like old anime that's in like your top or anything like that. I thought y'all would have like respect for the OGs more. Like your
here's the thing about it is like Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man, like they appeal to not just kids. You know, shonen is like 13 to like 17, probably like the age group. But like these mangas are like, I read it as an adult and I'm like, damn, like, okay, in Jujutsu Kaisen, spoiler alert, like there's a.
I've been telling y'all don't listen. Y'all don't listen.
Okay.
I just was watching the series.
Okay. I won't say it. But there's a scene where they mention an American actress. I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about. But they mention a very specific American actress as being really hot. And it's really fucking awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Read that or see them say that in the anime. And you're like, I also think that woman is fucking gorgeous. And like you say that in this show that's meant to be for
he froze
kids, but it's really not. And you're like, that guy, Gegu, yeah. But yeah, like that guy knows what he's doing writing this manga.
It's funny you say for kids because I don't know if y'all saw my video that I saw the Demon Slayer movie in theaters, and when I went there in theater, I saw a bunch of little kids in there, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on right now? And they say, that shows Tangerine the Kids. I'm like, how does that show Tangerine the Kids? Do you see the shit they see on that show? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I said to myself, yo, I'm getting old. Am I getting old right now?
No.
Kids!
One of my best friends went to go see it, and
both
he
y'all
was
talking
like,
at the same time. I don't know what y'all said.
sorry, go ahead. You go first.
Dad, what were you saying?
Say you're not getting old. The issue is that's a new anime. Yeah, more kids will go see it. See now, did you go to see Dragon Ball Super Brawly?
What? Absolutely, in theaters? Yeah.
I saw it alone. I tried to take my wife. She absolutely refused, but I went alone, and I fucking enjoyed it.
My theater was filled. My theater was filled with that.
Same. And I felt fine. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm gonna be so weird. I've never seen a movie. I'm a big movie guy, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna see this movie alone. Like, I'm about to be the only guy in here. It's gonna be weird. And I sit in there, and like every seat, and it was guys like us, people like our age.
Yeah,
like,
our age.
there was no kids in there, and I loved that.
Well, Corey's a little bit younger than us. She's a little younger than us.
When Broly's beating the shit out of Frieza, people were cheering. I'm like, this is fucking awesome.
Oh no, the best part with Fear is like, Brody, look, it's a travesty! Your father, they hit him. My theater was dying with that.
Yes, yeah. It reminded me of like watching Endgame, Avengers. Like that's how many people were in there. Like in Endgame, when Captain America's like, he gets Magilla or however you say, and he's like, Avengers assemble.
Yeah,
like when Broly went after Frieza and like was whooping it ass. Like people were standing up, like freaking out. Like that was freaking awesome.
First of all, during Endgame, when Sam said on your left, and
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
the whole theater
Yeah.
up.
The energy.
Crazy.
Wait, and Grant, I know our topic's on anime, but I just want to say that when they on after Endgame, when they were showing all the actors like the big six, and when they had Robert Downey Jr., I clapped first. I was the first one to clap. I started to clap. I started to clap in the theater. I started to clap. So I just want to get out the way. I started to clap. Everyone heard my clap.
We was ready for that. We was like, you did it, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
3 tries. They turned you down 3 times. 3 times, and you still got the role and knocked out.
Yeah.
And now the MCU.
Could you imagine anyone else playing that role? I can never imagine anyone else nailing that role because like I read Iron Man comics growing up. I'm not crazy about American comics because continuity seems to be a fucking problem for Americans.
No
But, like there's so many just the Marvel universe itself. I'm sure everyone's. I don't want to get into it about the.
Corey doesn't fuck with superhero shit.
I get it, but for a reason for you to not even more is the continuity is just ridiculous. There are so many multiple Earths and realities. And
there's K superhero shit. Have you seen her right there? Or Harley Quinn or DC shit. She's showing off. She's showing off.
Here's the thing. I like it, and I think the direction that the MCU is going in a live action format that no other medium can do what they're like. Anime can't do what the MCU is doing with their movie and show universe. They can never, ever, ever, ever pull that off.
I would like that to happen, though.
I would like it. I mean, they're making a live action Yu Yu Hakusho show for Netflix.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not fucking with that at all.
I'm not
I
either.
really like that anime either.
You didn't like it?
Okay. Oh god.
I'm
gonna stay quiet. I'm gonna stay quiet.
She missed our intros.
Wait. Oh god. I honestly, you know what? I think next episode the topic will be underrated anime and overrated anime. That's gonna be our next topic. So I already know we're gonna get some shit on that part. We're gonna get some fights on that part.
My first email address ever was Yusuke06 because my birthday is January 6th. My parents were like, "What is Yusuke06?" They're like, "No one's ever gonna hire you with this stupid ass email address." I'm like,
in my defense, I didn't watch it when I was younger, and I don't like the animation.
But here's the thing:
so I can't get past it. If you remaster it, then I'll probably get into like what they did with Hunter x Hunter because I didn't watch old school Hunter x Hunter.
I couldn't watch it. There's no way.
I'm just not into the like what he was saying, like the old style animes. Like you could appreciate for what it was, but like the new style or even like just a little more finished is like better for me, and it's because I'm slow. So like I just need less distractions, like scribbles and stuff like that. Like
this reminds me of like my friends would come over and see me playing Final Fantasy VII in 2008 and be like, "What the fuck are you playing?" And they would see the graphics and be like, "Dude, the graphics are horrible." I'm like, "Graphics? Have you seen this story?
The gameplay?
Like." I'm level 86. I've beaten all the ultimate weapons. Like I'm like, I don't give a fuck about graphics.
We're old school gamers. Yeah, that's what we grew up on. We care about gameplay first.
Yeah, I want gameplay. Like I'm like, I'm grinding for a golden chocobo right now. Like, what are you guys doing? Playing Madden? Y'all play Madden? I'm like
Madden, the same game that's every year that everyone want me late waiting in line for.
Did you play Alice Madness Returns?
No, but I heard
of PS3. That's really good, and it's one of those. It's one of those like the graphics are not the best, but like you can kind of get past it. Like I like it.
Yeah, I've never been a graphics guy in games. I've always been like, content of story kind of person.
When Dragon Ball Budokai came out, yo, me and my brother lost our mind.
Budokai 3.
Not 3. I mean,
Budokai 3.
yeah.
Budokai
I
3.
mean,
But
That was one that
that was one of the first fighting games where I actually learned the moves and could do on command.
yo,
Besides Street Fighter Alpha 3 with Ken.
that was one of the only few good anime games we got. Like majority of anime games are rough, and they're the same thing. Like
Dude.
Jump Force, I was so hyped for that game when I
Dude,
got. I was
that
like,
game.
I know I like Jump Force, but I don't like all the pausing. And J-Star was J-Star.
J-Star's
I never
victory.
got to play any
It
of the
was way better.
J-Stars.
J-Stars was victorious first. Was way
It
better.
was way better.
the only reason me and my brother got a PlayStation 3 was to play Naruto Ninja Storm.
Oh, absolutely.
Only
Me and all my friends would come over to play Ultimate Ninja Storm and Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Like, every single day.
Which we do need it. We didn't make videos of that Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. We need to get on that shit and make some videos
Yes,
on that
we do.
game. We need to do some videos on that.
I'm very addicted to Guilty Gear Strive right now, but I will play.
The Corey is a big Arcs Work System fan, and
Same.
I can see why he does not like Guilty Gear Strive because the speed of that game is slow. Like I don't like the speed of that game.
I don't like the countering and the slowing down of time. Like watching Maximilian explain watching him explain how it's for casuals, and me realizing that I might be slightly a casual fighting game like player. I'm like, oh, this kind of sucks. Like, you're completely right. Like, like I might be a casual.
Guilty Gear Strive.
What you want to say, Corey?
Guilty Gear Strive on a technical level is one of the most well-made fighting games out there.
Exactly.
But as far as the actual like engine, the mechanics of the fighting game, it's just it doesn't feel like Guilty Gear anymore.
It doesn't. I got into Guilty Gear really hard in Xrd or Sign, and then Xrd Rev 2 is when I really started to get good with Chip. And I could like do the vanishes on command and like do all that. And then like I get Strive and his move list is so condensed. And I'm just like, wow, I can't do anything like I was used to. And then everyone cries about Soul. So if you like, I use Soul as my second main. I try to play people online. No one will play me. I'll go to the little battle station, and it'll be like this person canceled or like
Cancel poacher
like,
got you.
You don't want to play Soul. I'm like, I'm not even that good. I'm on floor 7. I'm like, I'm really not that good. But
you know who I blew people with in Naruto when the Shippuden version came out? Granny Chio.
Oh Jesus!
Blocks her block defense basically never went out, and the puppets could go as far as you wanted.
They can go as far as possible.
So it didn't matter where you went. I could just stay way back there and send the puppets at you. Yo, people.
What's funny about that game is one of my friends who never liked like anime or any type of fighting game or anything would use Kisame, and his sword would just like it would hit you like 50 times, and he would destroy us. And he's like, I kind of like this Naruto stuff, and I'm like, you need to get out of my house now. You know, to play this,
But yeah, hold up. So we went way over time right now. We're at an hour and 17 minutes. We definitely got sidetracked. But this shit was a lot of fun though. Like this was a lot of fun. Like I was very, very excited for this day, and I definitely want to do a lot more episodes with you guys. So like I said, episode 2 will just be underrated and overrated anime. We'll get into our first arguments. So I know for a fact. What you say, Corey?
Prepare for everyone to want to murder me.
Oh
it's
yeah,
okay. It's okay.
That's okay. Like we're gonna. I can't wait.
I'm not like that. Everyone has their own opinion.
You say you're not like that, and then I say My Hero Academia Fairy Tale and I don't know, like just about every single battle shonen is trash, and then you might change your mind.
All because you got terrible taste doesn't mean I'm gonna murder you.
have to sign off, but I'll see y'all.
All right, good see you later, Ralph.
Thank you.
Because, but no, I can't wait though. It's gonna be fun. Episode 6 is gonna be fun. We're getting into it right away. Episode 6 we're gonna get some drama going on in this shit. We're now really gonna be saying Nani. That's what we're all gonna start saying some Nani shit. So,
but like, it's so funny that you invited me to this because like my level of weebness is like here. Y'all is like all the way up there.
but no, man. The reason why I got you because, like I said, I've been trying to get you on like my shows for like the longest time, and like even if granted, Ralph's and Derek's weeb level is way higher than mine. Like I'm not even close to their level, but I still know the shit that they're talking about though. But like I said, the reason why I got you on is because I want you on this shit for a long time. You should know the things that we have in common, like. I don't talk to much anime. I only talk to anime with like basically you, Corey, Derek, my cousin Emmett that was on the show. He didn't show up. Ralph and Pat. Like, it's been a few select of my friends that love anime as much as you guys do. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, Corey's different. He doesn't really watch action anime, but we still like anime at the end of the day. So, like, I want to get some differences in there.
I mean, I wouldn't consider like Yuri on Ice action anime. We consider that more sports anime. I like Toradora.
Toradora is fucking awesome. That was
yeah, like I love that.
That's another show that like I watched very early on and really like solidified my love for anime.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, not only that, like I mean, I know I'm wrong when I say this, but like. I don't see many anime podcasts out there. I mean, I know there are some, but like I don't know many on the top of my head.
There's a few, honestly. And like I don't have many friends. I can't say it in Spanish and in Japanese. It's a long thing. So like, there's a few like slice of life that I'm like obsessed with. Like,
I think it's
like a really long name, but it's.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about because it's the small.
Rika is like one of my tops, and I love his sister. Like I love her. I love it. So like I watch a few regular ones too. Like I like the test, Baku no Test. Something like that.
Oh my god! Yeah.
See, look at the shit that we all have in common right here. You know what I mean? That's why I felt like I felt like I picked the perfect people to do this shit with. Like,
I have the entire album of that anime on my phone.
I love it. It was so dope. Like the concept to me was fire. I like No Game No Life.
That's
all the video game ones. I watch all the video game anime ones. Those shits are fire.
Sword Art Online.
So I'm iffy with that.
the first 2 seasons is fine.
Okay, yeah. After that, okay.
Yeah, I'm iffy with I'm iffy with that one, but like, I don't know. Would you consider Shield Hero, the Rising of the Shield Hero, is that action?
No, I wouldn't say that's an action show. That's I think that kind of lands into the same category of show that has action in it, but isn't an action show.
That storyline to me was impeccable.
Ooh, that's another.
Like, I love that anime.
That's another.
My hot take is that I think Rising of the Shield Hero is the worst anime I've ever seen. Like hands down.
I absolutely love it.
And I don't blame I don't blame people for loving it because I think the strength of the show is that a lot of like the core ideas that it has are like really cool on paper. So like people see like the certain scenes from the show and like remember the highlights of like the cool ideas and then go, hey, this is a really good show. My issue with it is like all of the in between stuff, how they get to the point of them. Yeah, it's just that stuff is less good in my opinion.
I know what you're talking about.
That's good. But yeah, like I said,
I just think I still love it. I love watching it.
Hey, Raftalia is a good character.
It's not all action for me.
It's all action for. I mean, like I said, we are a different opinion on that. But no, like I said, I want to thank you guys for like definitely coming out here tonight, man. Like I said, this was a lot of fun, and there's gonna be more to come, and it's for our audience. But shout out to Scott, my boy, that liked the video. So shout out to him. But anyone, if you guys missed this show, like I said, it'll be reposted on YouTube, Facebook. We posted on Spotify podcast, Anchor podcast, and if any of y'all got friends, Kay, Derek, Corey, y'all ain't got friends, and want to listen to us talk some shit. I mean, Kay, you showed up a little bit late, but that's all good. So Corey showed up late too, so you're not the only one. But if you have any friends that want to listen to this shit, send them the link or whatever. And I know y'all want to get together sometime next weekend, and I gotta see what everyone's schedule is first before we dive into this episode 2, because I would like to do the second one before I go on vacation. Because the episode 2, we're gonna fight. We're never gonna fight. We're gonna throw some hands. I can't wait for that. So everybody, thank you guys for joining this show. Like I said, we should also I'll link to everyone's Instagram accounts on there on description as well. Definitely give Kay a follow on Twitch. She's a Twitch streamer. Although she's complete trash at Apex Legends, she's still she still streams. She still plays her heart out, and she be talking shit too. She be angry. She be getting angry with it.
Yo, they be cheating me though.
They be hoeing you.
Real shit.
They be hoeing you.
You see me on my Twitch, report them, report.
Yo, she be angry. She be angry at that shit. So I'll put everyone's social media links in the description box. So everyone, once again, thanks you guys for joining us, and we'll see you guys soon. Everyone have a good night. Take care. Be safe.